Thank you for sharing, and subscribing. It's free for you, but it really helps out the channel. And today on Have a Knife Day, we're at Blade Show 2025. We're at the booth of Brend Knives. Walter, please show us what you brought to the show today.
Well, the main thing I brought to the show today is my 45th anniversary knife. This is 45 years of making knives. I've never made a knife exactly like this with the serrations, the mosaic pins, and the little pins.
Well, I can feel comfortable saying that in the mortal words of Crocodile Dundee, now that's a knife. There you go. And it's got some teeth to it, too.
Oh, yes. This is the first time I've ever put teeth in the bottom. I usually put them on the top, and I wanted to put them on the bottom this time.
And you got a good choil to it, and you got your beautiful star pins. Is that a burl handle?
That is what they call Persian walnut.
That's really nice. And apparently a gator had a bad day for the sheath.
Yeah.
Now, and that's a sheath.
I'm sorry.
No,
that's not gator. That is snapping turtle tail.
Oh, son of a gun. I learned something new.
Yes. That's a special sheath I'm having made up with each one of them.
That's very, very impressive. And also you have a couple of the other knives here.
Right.
Canvas micarta.
Yes, one of them Python, both of them Python micarta.
That is incredible, and you got some of the smaller ones here too.
Yes, this is the small one's the one my wife makes. Yes.
She makes small knives, but
she's
a tall woman in her heart. There you go.
And this knife here was bought to me from a dealer. It's never been used. It was one of the first ones I made with serrations and parkerized in 82 and 83.
Oh boy. Walter, how long have you been doing this?
45 years.
45 years, so that's a hot minute. I was 10 years old. I'm a little bit older than that. What was your greatest inspiration to start making knives?
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it short. I always loved custom knives, and I wanted to make one. I was a meat cutter off and on for 15 years, and I accidentally let the knife slip, and it went into my wrist and disabled my left hand. Yeah. I had no use of it after 2 operations. So I got to praying to God every day. If it's in your perfect will, heal my hand. Well, my cousin, I said, I want to make a knife. I said, but I can't do it. I don't have no money for equipment or anything, and I can't use my left hand. He said, I'll build you a bench and do it the old-fashioned way. Hand file it, and then hand sand it. Now I got a makeshift buffet and a drill press. I said, Dick, you're forgetting one thing. I got no use of this left hand. He said, you can close it a little? I said, yeah, but no strength. He said, put a file in it, tie a rag around it, and go to work. So we did, and I lived in Florida at the time. So I started doing this in November, making a knife. And I still pray to God every day. If it is in your perfect will, heal my hand. And that morning I got up, it was hot in Florida, in that winter, where I live. I got up that morning, it was about 10 o'clock, and I said, I need to go out and work on that knife again. Well, I hadn't been able to work on it long because my arm would get tired. I hadn't used it in almost 2 years. So I went out there and started working on it. And I never wore a watch then because of my wrist. And all of a sudden I was just soaking wet in sweat. I thought something was wrong with me, and I got scared. So I undid the rag right quick and pulled the file out, and when I went to go into the house, I stumbled where the door was on my left side of me. And so instinct, I reached out with my left hand to grab the doorknob. When I did, I realized God had healed me that morning and put every bit of the strength back in my hand. And at the same time, he gave me this talent to make these knives.
And that is quite a fine talent that God has blessed you. Walter, thank you so much for sharing your love of knives and the beautiful art that you make that's not only sharp, but completely functional like your hand.
Thank you.
Have a great show.
Yes.
And have a nice day.
Yes.
We will and parachute all the guns of the forces. Get ready. Airborne from skies of blue. Heading the goal. Coming. Make the jumps and take your bows today. Let's go put on your boots. Your jumping boots, your parachute. Your parachute. Get all those gliders ready to attack today. Go, go.